In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace the driver's side fuel tank sending unit on this Mercedes E350. It's going to be located underneath the back seat on the driver's side. Let's get into it. In the trunk, lift this latch and we can secure that right there. That'll stay up there. Underneath here, that's where the battery is located. Just use a 10mm socket, loosen up the negative side. And slide that off, set that aside. Grab this cover, just slide it up. On the side intakes, we're just gonna grab these, pull that out. Do the same on the other side, just pull it out. We're not gonna pull those off. You can if you want to. Back here, there's a little clip. I'm just gonna take a straight blade screwdriver, slide that back, and you can grab underneath, slide up. There's a hose right here, just pop that hose off. On the other side, we'll just pop that up and just slide this out. I'm going to take this cap off the fuel rail. Just twist that off. There's a little seal right there. Put that back in the cap. And then with a rag and a straight blade screwdriver, I'm just gonna go and push on the Schrader valve. You're gonna release the pressure. Be careful, you wanna wear safety glasses when you do this. It's just gonna release the pressure a little bit. A little bit of gasoline is gonna come out. You can see just a little bit of gas comes out. But when you initially push on that, then you're gonna get a good squirt of pressure, so just be careful. Put the cap back on. And put this cover on. Get that lined up. Get this hose in place. Lock that down. And put these air ducts in place. Put this cover on and lock it down. In the back seat, you can feel where there's a little notch. You just want to push in there and then just grab the front part of the seat, slide it up. You can see a little button where you got to push in. Do the same on the other side. Push and slide it up and just grab the seat and it slides out. Now pull the insulation up. If you can, just brace that out of the way. Actually, I'll just use the seat belt. Right. Using a 8mm socket, we're just going to take these bolts out. Just get underneath here, pry that up, set that aside, pull up the insulation on this side. Just pin this out of the way. Take this cover off. Same 8mm socket. Take these bolts out. And just grab underneath here. If you need to, you can use a screwdriver, straight blade screwdriver. And just slide this up. Out of the way. I'm just taking a blowgun, just gonna blow out some of the dust and dirt. We're gonna take this clamp off here. I'm just gonna use some pliers and just squeeze here and then use a pick. Just pry this up just to release it. You may be able to reuse this, or you may have to replace it with a worm clamp. Pry it up. That released. Just wiggle the hose. It's going to be a little bit of fuel. Just going to put a rag underneath here. Using some hose pliers, just slide this off. There you go, pop that off. Just a little bit of fuel, not too bad. Set that aside. And we'll disconnect the connectors. Just push on the tab. And then there's a little tab for the other connector. Pull that out. Now I'm going to use a tool to remove this lock ring. If you don't have this tool, you could just use a screwdriver and a hammer. Just be careful, you don't want to break anything. Just tighten this up. Slide that off. Just grab this top right here, pull that out. I do have a tray right here, just so I don't spill any fuel in the back seat. There's a seal right here, you can pull that seal off. Disconnect this hose right here. Just push down on this little button, slide that off. And these two hoses, I'm going to pop these up. There's a connector right here. Just push on that tab and slide that up. Now we're going to take the lock ring off this side with the lock ring tool. Slide that off. I'll just grab the unit. Slide it out slowly. Pull the seal up with it. And just slide it out. You're going to lose some fuel in the hoses. Let it drain a little bit. I'll take a drain pan. and slide it into the drain pan. You're going to take the level sensor. We're going to slide this in position. It only goes on one way. That locks in place. And take the float. Float's going to go on like this. Snap in place. And we're going to feed these tubes over to the other side. So it's just going to go underneath like that. Take the new seal. We're going to slide that over. You're not going to bring it all the way to the top, but just bring it over past here. Just like that. You just want it loose like that. Now slide the wire and the tubes in. It's going to go over towards the other side. You may have to reach in and grab it. Just help it along a little bit. Slide the float in. And just feed this down. Reach down. Grab the hoses. You can connect the connector. Line that up, just push that in. Just move the wires to the side. Take that hose there. This hose is going to go right here. Just make sure the wires don't get pinched. And this hose right here. Push that on. Now slide the seal in place. Twist that. That arrow is going to line up with that. Just like that. And put the lock ring on. Get that started. I'm going to make sure that's tightened down. Alright, that's tight. Now, pop this little cap off. Take the clamp. If you have a way to re-secure this clamp, you can put the old one on. Slide that over, otherwise use a worm clamp. Just take these pliers, relatch this. And take the connector. Lock that down, and the other connector, lock that down. Make sure those are out of the way. Take the cover, slide that in place. Put the bolts in. tighten these down. Take the seal, put the new seal in. And get this piece lined up. You have to twist it a little bit. And push it down. Push that all the way down. Take the lock ring, get that started. I'm going to put this cover on, get the screws started. And I'll tighten these down. There you go, those are tight. I'm gonna drop the insulation down. Slide the seat in position. Slide the back part in first, underneath. And get the front lined up. That lined up, just push it down, lock it in place. The other side lined up, and just push it down. Now reconnect the battery, put the terminal on. Snug it down, give it a wiggle, make sure it's tight. Close it up, put that down, and close up the trunk. After we're done, we're going to turn the key in to the on position so that all the lights light up on the dash, and turn it off, and we'll cycle it again. Do it 3 times and then go to start the vehicle. And there you go.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.